Hey guys, today we are going to watch, as I've said, more games between Imperial Guard and Orks. These two factions at war. Today I will be playing as Imperial Guard, and my enemy is Coffee from the clan Russian universe of Warhammer. And the first map is Titan's Fall. At the bottom side I get started with Imperial Guard. Let's see, what will I do? I know what Orks are capable of in this matchup. I know their weaknesses a bit, I know their strengths. So based on those I will try and use a specific playstyle. Going for two guardsmen, starting very standard here with infantry command and generator. The safest opening at the top side, Coffee starts with barracks and a war banner. And this might be a good choice from him, the war banner instead of generator, because he has to take out this map. And if I try to turret rush him and he has a generator, he wouldn't be able to take his points. If I put a turret here, for example, or nearby this point, he would have no banner, no ability to reinforce his army and fight me. So sometimes a war banner on such opened maps can be the best choice. But with generator, as long as you're doing very well, no mistakes, you should be good to go as well. With generator it's even safer. But war banner allows you to mass more army from the start, allows you to be more aggressive. It won't be a very long game. I have started the cap order with my closest points, as you can see. Now went on the outer one, and while capturing this point I defended with my command squad. Did not allow these shooter boys to decap this. On the other side, Coffee might be able to decap the point. Also made a commissar. Yeah, Coffee decaps this point, he got here in time. After getting this point, I will get the relic here. Tech priest and commissar now here, so these Saga boys have to run away. The commissar alone will be able to deal with them, so the guardsmen can capture the point again. On the other side I go with the command squad to destroy Coffee's listening post. It's not upgraded and goes down extremely quick. The Ork LP1s have very low HP, as you can see, and do not have a very good resistance. Now Coffee has two shooter boy squads, right? And also two slugger boys. But he doesn't have a generator, so he cannot upgrade his listening posts. Good map control though, he has managed to do well, but his income is still quite low, 56 to 0. That's not too good. My income is 74 to 20, I already have two generators. Will I upgrade this? I've also added a commissar to the command squad, not a psyker, as the majority of Imperial Guard players liked to do lately. They will add a psyker all the time. But Servant said, and also Snippy and many other top Imperial Guard players, that a commissar on tier 1 at least is much better in certain matchups. Against Orks, for example, against Space Marines. Only in the matchups where you need the detect on tier 1, you will need a psyker on the command squad. On tier 2, of course, you can add the psyker, you can try and get your commissar killed in the command squad, deal some damage, do some engagements, lose the commissar, and on tier 2 add the psyker instead of the commissar. Because on tier 2 psyker has actually one powerful ability, but he also will have strip soul from tier 1, so Of course it will be much better than the Commissar. Here we have a fight. I do not think Coffee will be able to go farther than that because of this LP2. It will be very hard to destroy. But he deals some decent damage, and I've lost the priest on my command squad, and I also lost the Commissar. No, the general also got killed. And now I made it again. It seems like Coffee might be able to destroy this listening post. I do not get here in time to repair, although the tech priest was on the way. The Commissar got killed again, general very low HP. If Coffee will focus, he can kill it. Yeah, not even required to focus with the other squad. And my economy now is 74 to 20, not very good. It would be much better with this point and this one. I mean this listening post here, but it's not finished. Well, I've got the tactical control, that's a good thing for me. Doing the common squad again. And finally adding the grenades. And the grenades, how will you Coffee with your raw tier 1 stop me now? Of course he did some cool damage in this area of the map, but he also lost plenty of workers if you look here on the ground. So many of them dead. Because they have no upgrades at all. Now Coffee has the payload guns and he adds the big shooters. But I already do have the grenades, and the grenades of course can deal with the big shooters. Unless Coffee will have 2 Stormboy squads. His big shooters won't be able to do too much. I might even go for 1 more guardsman squad. Since I am still only tier 1, I made the armor upgrade of course. I cannot make optics now, and I need the armor for more survivability on the guardsmen. I made again the command squad, I have the priest here, and I do not add the Commissar now. I probably will go for the Psyker this time, since Coffee is already tier 1.5. And I'm about to go tier 2 soon, so Psyker will be more effective from this point on. Yeah, 1 more guardsman squad I made. The Slugger boys here couldn't do anything, they have no armor, and the command squad of mine again very low on HP. But the command squad managed to tie up these 2 shooter boy squads. That's why it's so low. Now I go tier 2, finally. My economy restores 92 to 20. This is my map vision, I control all of my points and trying to decap this critical location. Also adding the guardsmen slowly. Coffee will not risk and jump in here with a big mech because he's very low in HP and he's also pretty far away. 92 to 10 here for Coffee, goes for a big for the big shooters upgrade, also known as Blast here. Upgrades the damage of big shooters to up to 50%, if I recall. Here Coffee tried to go in again and receives plenty of damage from my guardsmen with grenades. I added 3 grenades to 1 squad and 2 grenades to another. 4 minutes until take and hold victory. Not adding any weapons to this squad yet, I will use it mostly for capping for a while I think. 75% tier 2 for me, going for 1 more generator. Also built a turret here to prevent any type of harass from Coffee, and if he will get the mech shop, he might get in here with the war trucks or war tracks and try to harass on this side. So a heavy bolter turret here can be good, even on this point. It can save you, can save your economy. Going for the priest upgrade and optics here. Coffee goes for the knobs, he's also tier 2. Let's see, his map control much better than mine, because he controls 2 critical locations and take and hold victory for him. Now he wants to engage again. There he goes. Jumps with a big mech and Slugger boys attached, wants to tie up 1 squad. My command squad was out of position and getting back here. So, thanks to this big mech teleport, tanked some damage, distracted my guardsmen, pushed them back so the shooter boys could easily destroy this listening post here. Good move from Coffee, but now that I have all the army here, he has to go back again. Those shooter boys really can melt down very quickly from the guardsmen with grenades. And now that I will have the optics and heavy weapon upgrade, weapon specialization I mean. Now let's take a closer look at this fight. I only have 2 guardsmen squads and command squad here. And Coffee seems to have a much bigger army, but is it stronger? It is bigger, but not stronger. Not yet at least. I am getting the mechanized command now. And Coffee does not have anti-vehicle nearby. And if I get a Chimera, these knobs and Slugger boys won't be a threat to me. Command squad only a general left out of it. Of course I have to retreat close to my base. Coffee with a good teleport manages to kill my tech priest and delay the building of this mechanized command. Well noted by him. Good move, good teleport. But again it's wasted. With the guardsman I also do some counter harass here on his side. Destroyed a point. Now look at this, how fast these knobs melt down from the plasma and grenades. Getting more upgrades for the guardsmen. Knobs trying to kill this guardsman in close combat. Of course I will enter my buildings, going in and going out like this, and Coffee is not able to focus properly. He wants to do that damage, now he gets this tank boosters trapped from behind by this squad. It might get killed here easily. More priests getting out. I have the priest and the psyker on the command squad now. I'm not sure what this psyker is trying to cast, but he's out of range and struggles. Coffee with a nice teleporting here jumps to catch my guardsmen, but they have a double upgrade for HP. The morale upgrade on guardsmen also gives them some HP. If any of you didn't know, not much, but at least something. And Coffee in this fight loses most of his army. He doesn't even bother to retreat now and quits the game. He just loses too much, realizes that in the battle he cannot win. You just cannot with an work against tier 2.5 Imperial Guard. If you've watched the previous video I uploaded for Soulstorm, you will see how you have to use Orks on tier 2. Instead of fighting Imperial Guard's army like Coffee did in this game, you have to destroy Imperial Guard's economy. You should focus on destroying points and decapping them. And work mobility allows them to do that, since guardsmen do not have a good mobility enough to catch those storm boys until they have a Chimera. Work can do wonders around the map, destroy economy entirely, and get a huge advantage in economy. And thanks to that they can advance further in technology, get bigger armies than Imperial Guard, and in the end win the game. But of course Coffee here tried to be aggressive. And being aggressive in this matchup is like a suicide. You have to play smart, it's not about playing how you like, you just have to, if you want to win you have to play the right way. Not just I want to be an aggressive player, that's it, I will go for it, and in the end, even if I lose, I will still go and be aggressive. Well, that's it with this game. Let's take a look at the stats. 72 units killed, man, what's this? I kill 72 Orks, Coffee kills 41. He destroys 4 buildings, I destroy 2. Well, mostly listening posts were destroyed. On resources I win, but not a big difference, 1000. It could be a much bigger difference. Well, Coffee's economy was good enough, but he used a pretty bad style, I would say. Aggressive work, but not aggressive in the right places. You cannot fight that Imperial Guard army. On tier 2.5, as I've said previously, you have to harass Imperial Guard's economy in the first place. And Coffee did that at some point in time earlier, but he did not keep this pressure the entire game on my economy, and thanks to that I was able to win. Another game also versus Coffee played on Shrine of Excellion. This one is much longer, and I consider this map one of the best maps for Orks. At least me as an Ork player here was feeling much better than on Outer Reaches, for example. Going for 3 guardsmen, 2 tech priests, infantry command and generator. At the top side, Coffee with Orks. Goes for the boys hut and generator. 2 Slugger boys. This time Coffee does not start with a war banner. With 2 Slugger boys, one goes on the outer point, another one goes on the inner point. What a messy cap order, what's this, Coffee, what are you doing? He starts only with this side to capture. Well, in fact it does not even matter, because Ork will be able to get all of his points anyway. I will not decap anything, but against other races this cap order can be very bad. Against such races as Space Marines or Chaos that can get to you early and decap points. This is quite bad cap order. Slugger boys here tried to get and decap one of my points, but the command squad was waiting for them. One Slugger boy got killed here. Shooter boys are out and Big Mech will be out soon. I started with this inner point, I start very safely, with a cap order already capped this one, and getting these 2 now. Well, against Orks that's a safe way to start capping, but Ork could have had a better cap order and start with the outer points first, because his outer points wouldn't be under threat of decap anyway. Guardsmen have to capture points, not decap enemies' points at the start. Now Coffee won't give me an easy time to get this point here. If I would start capturing this point or this one, his Slugger boys would be able to decap. That's why I started with this point in the first place. Command squad. I do not want to use the command squad now unless I have the commissar. I'm waiting for it. And this start is pretty bad for me already, what I can say. Losing plenty of guardsmen. Now I will focus the Big Mech. His HP can go down very quickly, but I also lost HP on the priest. It might even die now, yeah. The priest dies and even the general. So low HP. If Coffee will now use a good teleport, or even in fight he can kill this command squad. And now with a teleport he will catch and kill my entire command squad. Very well done by him. Sloppy micro from my side at the start. not even controlling this Imperial Guard squad. And I'm losing also the guardsmen. Well, at least I took a relic here and am going to upgrade it. Coffee also with a very good map control. He also gets a relic now, 98 to 10 economy for him, and builds the second banner already. But what is this placement? Seriously, on tier 2 with a Chimera and some guardsmen inside, even without heavy weapons, these two banners will melt down very easily. Of course, I do not know yet they are here, but if I go somewhere nearby, I will notice and make use of this work weakness. LP2 upgraded here, I got my command squad out again. And I do not have a commissar yet to attach to the guardsmen. Also remade my Imperial Guardsmen squad. I had 3 initially, lost 1 and rebuilt it again. This is a very bad fight from me, because Coffee stays in the heavy cover. You don't have to fight like I do here, unless you go in close combat and tie them up. Big Mac low on HP, uses teleportation again, and he might be able to kill this squad of guardsmen. He gets trapped from 2 sides, and I'm losing it again. And at least I also kill Big Mac now. At least something gets killed by me as well, a Big Mac. Something significant, I mean. I've lost already 2 guardsmen squads and 1 entire command squad before. That's huge loss for tier 1. My economy though is quite good, 104 to 10, building 1 more generator and tactical control. Orks economy 116 to 20. Goes for the 45 Ork cap banner, armor upgrade. And he has 2 shooter boy squads with the big shooters and 2 slugger boy squads. Big Mac is out again. I cannot go in like that with these guardsmen. I had to wait for the command squad first and then engage. Pretty sloppy play by me in this game, I must say. But this might be the reason why this game will go so long. If I wouldn't lose so much on tier 1, I'd probably win it much earlier. But because I did those huge mistakes, this gets delayed. And who knows, maybe I will lose this. Coffee has all the chances to win. He's much more ahead in both economy and technology. I'm not even on my way to tier 2 yet. I still upgrade my points and it's the 7th minute already. Only 2 LP2s upgraded from me. Upgrading 1 more here and having the armor upgrade up now. Coffee is tier 2 now, he can go for the knobs. But first he needs this Big Mac upgrade, custom gadgets, research. Good upgrade. And he also has the blast here. Well, Coffee's choice of units probably is not the best. 2 shooter boy squads and no storm boys, and I think the storm boys are crucial in this matchup to harass economy. Maybe not on this map. On this map storm boys probably aren't as good as they could be on Titan's Fall. But they could still help and tie the guardsmen at least. Coffee instead uses the Big Mac with the Slugger Boys to tie up my units and deal that damage with the Shooter Boys from behind. I have to retreat in my base again, get inside these buildings and out. And this way I can deal with this squad of him easily. Using the Strip Soul on the Big Mac, his HP goes down quickly. And Big Mac is half HP again, even with his upgrade. I have 3 squads of guardsmen, and I think this pressure, this work pressure, will never stop on me, and Coffee will do a much better job than in the previous game. This time he will constantly pressure me and destroy my economy, from what I recall. He goes for the mega armored knobs now. He's having 65 orc cap. He also has the knobs now and goes for the tank boosters. I only now hit tier 2 on the 9th minute. That's a pretty late tier 2. I should be tier 3 by now, or at least tier 2.5. Going for the mechanized command. Optics. Priest upgrade got completed. And my economy is 140-30 against Coffee's economy 116-30. Not a big difference on economy side. But on map control, Coffee has the advantage, obviously. He also controls this critical location. Gives him the take and hold victory bonus and the map vision. Also +6 income for requisition. And look at this engagement from Coffee. Is it a good one? Well, at least he tries. And of course, thanks to this engagement, he will destroy my listening post with his shoot-up boys and tank boosters. He can also try and decap this. This is a very good fight for Coffee, in fact. He forces me to get inside my field command. Inside and out. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to deal with all of his close combat army. He's got a very strong close combat army here. Mega armored knobs, and big mech with slugger boys. And I'm still only with 3 guardsmen squads, but it might be enough. If I get them fully reinforced and with all the weapons, these guardsmen can save the day here. Knobs do not listen to commands here, perhaps. And Coffee asks what's wrong with them. Well, this is known as some kind of close combat bug. And because of that, Coffee, will he lose the knobs? No, he reinforces them. But he lost plenty of knobs. Sometimes you get this bug also on the big mech. Now I got the Chimera and can fight this orc army. 3 squads of guardsmen and command squad. Very strong army from both sides here. But of course these shoot-up boys cannot compete with my guardsmen here. Also the command squad nearby. I have to decap the critical location. It seems like Coffee relied on taking hold victory a lot. But I stopped it for him, destroyed his plans. His shooter boys suffered a lot here, plenty of them died. And I fight this orc army back. Look at my economy. 86-40. Still not very bad, but it's much worse than it was. I lost this point now. Also this one. But I still own this relic. And I have 4 strategic points. That's good. I mean 3 strategic points and the relic. 4 listening posts and all of them. No, 3 of them are LP2s. Good enough. Was this another misclick from Coffee with the mega armored knobs? Probably not. But he lost a few of them when he walked through here. I've lost my Chimera, I should rebuild it. I go for a Basilisk. It can help. It can certainly help. But I also need a Chimera. We are only 13 minutes into this game, not even half. Coffee does not stop the aggression. Again he will go in and not allow me to capture my map. And the fight goes in full tact again. And I cannot get my squads reinforced entirely and with all the weapons because of these orc attacks. Pressure from all the sides, crazy fight in my base. I feel like Coffee wants to finish it right now. He's focusing the basilisk with the tank boosters, very well done there. Well, thanks to the fact that I can get inside and outside of the field command, I managed to survive this fight. Without this ability I would lose. In here I would lose the game. But I can get inside and outside of the field command. Coffee cannot destroy it, it has plenty of HP. And if you get inside the field command you can also shoot from inside. And Coffee has to retreat again. He just cannot stop this game. Not yet. I do not give up, and my economy is not so bad to give up here. It's 98 to 39, I have upgrades for both requisition and energy. Yeah. Oh, no upgrade for requisition yet, only now it's on the way.
Thank you, Machine Spirit, for our safe arrival.
And Coffee's economy does not improve. 116 to 40. It only got higher a bit on the energy side. But it has not improved at all on the requisition. Now he makes the global upgrade here, on this point. And we'll have a bigger income on requisition, of course. He still has 2 shooter boy squads with big shooters, 2 tank booster squads, big mech with the knobs and mega armored knobs. I do have still my 3 guardsmen squads alive, constantly on reinforce. They suffered a lot in these fights. Rebuilding my infantry command here, upgrading the LP2. And the mega armored knobs doing a great job destroying my economy. That's good job from Coffee. Destroying the economy. Well done. I don't even know if I cancelled this. Getting in here with Chimera and trying to stop these mega armored knobs. They haven't finished destroying the LP. Will they die? Well, they have plenty of HP, so they don't die yet. I have to decap the critical location again, losing lots of guardsmen. We'll probably lose the entire squad, that's right. And now I'm left with only 2 guardsmen squads. And my life gets harder from now on. We're almost half into this game. Not even close to the end yet. I'm on my way to tier 3. Losing the Chimera again. Fighting the shooter boys a bit. But Coffee will tie my guardsmen up. The basilisk, I remade 1 basilisk. And making another Chimera now. Command squad on the way, I've lost it in the previous fight perhaps. And again I have to retreat inside of my base. I have to run away from this all close combat army. And again Coffee will focus on destroying my economy here. But this LP2 might survive because I have my tech priest here. Getting the Chimeras out now. Chimera mass can help against all this close combat army. Coffee stunned the basilisk and destroyed it with the knobs. You don't even need anti-vehicle. Still, this LP2 will go down now that the big mech got here. But even if the big mech wouldn't, shooter boys and tank boosters could have finished this point. And Coffee now has to run away from 3 Chimeras. He has 2 tank booster squads infiltrated here. And I do not have the detection. But I am tier 3 at last. 114 to 66 income for me. I own all of my strategic points again, but I'm losing the relic now. Getting decapped, crazy fight still going on. And casting the strafing run here with the general. Hasn't dealt too much damage though. Rebuilt my listening post. Chimeras, 2 of them got stunned. I am massing chimeras like a madman. I need to deal somehow with this close combat army. Guardsmen seem to struggle against them. And that's how you have to play on this map defensively and against the Ork aggression. I can't even think about doing some counter harass. My base is under siege for a very long time. And Coffee just doesn't want to stop this aggression. This fight is like going non-stop for about 10 minutes or even more. Coffee also goes tier 3 now, but I'm already tier 3. With a lower economy I've managed to hit tier 3 faster. My army was slightly weaker, but it still was enough to survive. Only 2 guardsmen squads. And Coffee just cannot stop those guardsmen. He has to retreat again. He lost the big mech and remakes it. 137 to 66 economy for me. Going for the Kasserkins. More priests. I haven't used many priests in these games, I do now realize. Against all that close combat army of Ork, I could use more tech priests. But I have only had like one priest out at once instead of 3. Casting the strafing run here again, staying in the heavy cover, but Coffee goes in close combat here, so the heavy cover bonus doesn't really apply if you're fighting in close combat. Big Mech again is alive and jumps to tie up the squad of guardsmen with the commissar. He knows what he's doing. 124 to 37 for Coffee. That's the map vision for him. He owns all the map from his side and 2 relics. Much better map control than mine. Now also goes to capture the critical location again. He is tier 3 and got a squad of flash gates. Casting the strip soul again on the big mech. Added 2 psychers from the command squad and 2 priests. I still do not have the heavy weapons upgrade for the guardsmen. Something tells me, because I only have 3 weapons on each squad. Now also the Kasserkins are here, and they will help a lot in these fights. 140 to 66 economy for me. It's hard for Coffee to get me out of this heavy cover for some time. And now this banner, how quickly it will melt down. Coffee jumps in here, but I use the strip soul on the big mech instantly. I should tie up this squad of flash gates. What a crazy game. Going in close combat with the guardsmen squads, I am crazy. Here losing the control of my command squad for a second, and they melt down from the flash gates. Only a few seconds to lose focus on one unit and flash gates punish you. Their damage is just too high. And I still suffer from all this close combat power that Coffee has, nobs and mega armored nobs. I always have to run away from them with my guardsmen. Now that the nobs were very low in numbers, I had to fight them in close combat and finally kill that squad. Only on the 24th minute I get the weapon specialization upgrade. This should have been researched on tier 2.5, not now. It's just too late. I don't even have the guardsmen to use these weapons to 114 to 65 economy for me. Again, Coffee destroyed 2 of my listening posts on this side now. And I'm almost tier 4. Almost. Does Coffee have the mech shop? Not yet. Coffee is still tier 3. Goes for the global upgrade on energy, and his income is 120 to 45. Again, he captured the critical location, and if he cannot destroy my base, he will try and win by the taken hold again. Now with the flash gits, they have much more damage in close in ranged. So perhaps while I will do the decap, the flash gits will be able to kill those guardsmen. And I'm telling Focus that I forgot about the mines. Yeah, the mines could really help in this game a lot. Mines around my base could have been very helpful against all the close combat orc army. Now I finally also have the Ogrins. They can help a lot against the close combat orc squads. And with this elite army I am going on some offensive side. I want to get my relic back. 1 lemon rust battle tank almost out. Coffee again going in and fighting. He has enough army to stop me here. Let's get this fog of war out. And I'm also casting the strafing run. Coffee can use the juice from these mad dogs on his flash gates, so he won't lose them for some time. They go down on HP, they can go down on HP, but they simply won't die when they have this juice applied to them from the mad dog. Now with the lemon rust battle tank also things get a bit easier for me. Tier 4 units against tier 3 work. Well, on tier 4 Imperial Guard is of course stronger than Orks. It's stronger than any race on tier 4, of course. But with the condition that you have a proper economy, and my economy is quite good, I must say. I should build one more mechanized command for being able to make more vehicles. For now I've got the limit on vehicles. Coffee made a fighter bomber, very good vehicle for this matchup. Good stuff for disruption. Trying to decap this critical location here, but without a priest and fanaticism I will not succeed. Going with the Ogrins now. They should be able to decap, but first I will fight probably. No. Trying to decap it now. Under the fanaticism ability I do not lose any HP on the Ogrins. The fanaticism ends, but the Ogrins might have enough HP and survive these flash gits. And I decap the critical location again. No luck with the taken hold today for Coffee. He won't be able to win this way. And can he deal now with my tier 4? That's the big question. Like I've said, building the mechanized command now. And I can make one more Lemon Ras. It was already 100%, but it couldn't get out because of the limit. And now that I have 2 mechanized commands, it got out. And with 2 Lemon Ras battle tanks, Coffee's lives now will struggle. Coffee's Orks will struggle. War boss here, below half HP already. I made the infiltration for my assassin, but I've lost it. Well, these 2 vehicles alone, 2 Lemon battle tanks, can win this Ork army, but I have to control them properly. This one got stunned, so I couldn't move with it. But it's still fine, using the strafing run again. Such an aggressive game from Orks, and they still cannot win this game. They cannot end it. Going for the Kasserkins again. I've lost them. And I've also lost the Ogrins. 115 to 59 income for me against 82 to 78. 82 income for Orks. This is very low for tier 3. We simply cannot afford fighting a tier 4 Imperial Guard with such a low economy on requisition. It's almost impossible. You always have to invest in those Orks, in their reinforce. So you need a much better income on requisition. But this is simply not enough. Very low HP for this Lemon Ras, I should repair it. Still being defensively in my base. Coffee also made a killer can. It can tank the damage, a lot of damage, while also dealing some damage to buildings. Coffee's last chance. If he cannot stop me now, it will be impossible for him. Nice jump with a big mech and stuns 2 vehicles here. Stuns the Basilisks and stuns the Lemon Ras battle tank. Killer Ken pretty low on HP here. Priest. Look at this damage from the Priest. The Priest managed to kill a Killer Ken. Of course it was a red HP. But still, what a crazy damage from that Priest. With a Kasserkin squad I tie up the Flash Gits. Very critical situation here for both of us. It's indeed critical for both, but still more critical for Coffee. If he loses this fight, he cannot recover because his economy is extremely low. But also my economy not very good now, and my map control is worse. Who will win? I've lost all of my vehicles, making the Lemon Ras again. I still have the Kasserkins, but I do not have a Priest. The Mad Duck running to place a bomb, but it's too late. Oh, will it? Will I notice? Yeah. Getting inside. It damaged the buildings a bit. Not enough, not fast enough here from Coffee to destroy this mechanized command. The Lemon Ras is out again. He got stunned, but now Coffee won't be able to destroy it. Under this Kasserkin fire, and now also the assassin is out. And again I survived this work fight, and it was the final one. 73 economy on requisition. This is sad and also funny at the same time. He does not have the second global upgrade for requisition, and he's floating a ton of energy. And when you're in such a position on economy side, you just have to make that global upgrade, the second one. And yeah, indeed, it was a pretty fun game for me. What a crazy pressure from Orks and still surviving it. It can be extremely annoying, and I think Coffee was annoyed to death by this scenario here in that game. When you're trying so hard to finish the game for so many times, so many attempts, and you still fail every single time. You just can't finish it. Always funny for me. And I wonder why Coffee did not make the second global upgrade on requisition. One of the biggest mistakes of his, perhaps. All he had to do is gather 100 requisition and click that global upgrade button. I don't think he has it. Wait, his economy might be low because he did not upgrade. No, as you can see, only now he goes for the second global upgrade. Plus he had LP1s on this point. That's a huge mistake. One of the biggest Orcs mistakes in this game was his carelessness about his economy. With a better economy he could have won. I will be honest with you. All he needed was a better economy and an earlier tier 4, and with that huge pressure by the end here he could have won. But seriously, with 3 LP1s inside your base, Orc, are you kidding me? And also global upgrade, the second one for requisition, is very super late, on the 35th minute. These are some unforgivable mistakes from the Orcs side, and because of these mistakes he is losing the game. I believe these are his main mistakes. He did very well with the aggression, but the economy did not allow him to finish this game. I have managed to fight back his Orc army every single time. Now with 3 kilakens, he will go with a final attack. Well, the kilakens won't be a big threat. Here I can stun them in the first place. And I can also focus them with the Lemon Raz battle tanks. And here we have the final fight. On this side, the game will end very soon. Another strafing run casted. Big Mac stacked for a bit and stuns my Lemon Raz. Kaiserkins with the fanaticism here can deal easily with this Big Mac. And the Lemon Raz is focusing the kill can. Coffee simply quits the game without GG or anything, but it was a crazy good game. Besides the Orcs' mistakes with his economy and my mistakes at the start with the micro management. If you remember, I have lost in the very early game. I have lost the command squad and 2 squads of guardsmen. That's a huge mistake that I've made, but thanks to those mistakes this game went so long and so interesting to watch. So here we have it, 2 games in this matchup from Imperial Guard's side. Now I hope you enjoyed them. Pretty defensive play by me in both games, and I hope you liked them. Let's take a look at the score. This must be crazy. Look at this, very close on the units killed. 289 units killed by me and 298 killed by Coffee. Now that's a bit unusual for this matchup. Usually Imperial Guard kills much more Orcs for being able to win, and they can even lose. But in this situation I kill less orcs and I still win the game, while losing more units. Very unusual situation. And Coffee destroys 16 buildings while I do destroy only 2. And that still didn't help him to win the game. Yeah, very unusual game here. It was very enjoyable for me to play this one. And also on the economy side, it's also very close. I am only ahead with 1,400. And on technology, we both reinforced our units like crazy. Very close on research count, it's identical, and on unit upgrades also quite close. Now on captured critical locations, it's a more one-sided for Coffee. He has managed to capture the critical location 4 times, and in the end it did not help him to win the game by taking hold. Well, at least the critical location offered Coffee some map vision and +6 income for requisition. He really needed it. That's it, guys, with this video. I will upload 1 or 2 more. And also in this matchup, Imperial Guard against Orks or Orks versus Imperial Guard, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback below the video, leave a like or a dislike. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you next time.